There's a pain that doesn't always show on the outside. It's quiet, hidden, but heavy. It's the pain of waiting on a breakthrough, waiting on an answer, waiting on something you were sure would have happened by now. You prayed, you believed. You even told others, I know God will do it. But the days kept passing, then weeks, then months, maybe even years, and still nothing. The silence, and it starts to speak louder than your faith. You begin to wonder, did God forget me? Did I do something wrong? Why do others move forward while I feel stuck? It's not that you've stopped believing. It's just harder now. Harder to hope, harder to stay strong, harder to keep pretending you're okay. Because every delay feels personal. Every not yet feels like a no. And the longer it takes, the more your heart whispers, maybe this isn't meant for me. But what if I told you? This waiting season is not a punishment. It's a preparation. What if God isn't making you wait to hurt you, but to build you? What if the door hasn't opened yet? Because what's on the other side requires a version of you that's still being shaped. We live in a world of instant answers, instant results, instant gratification. But God works in eternity. He's not moved by the ticking of your clock. He's moved by the timing of your character, the development of your heart, the growth of your soul. There are things you prayed for that He's already said yes to, but He's still preparing the stage, still aligning the right people, still sharpening your discernment, still protecting you from what you can't yet see. Because some blessings, if given too early, can feel like burdens. Softer, thoughtful pause. Think about a fruit that's picked too soon. It might look good, but it's not ready. It's bitter. It lacks the sweetness it was meant to carry. In the same way, you're not forgotten. You're ripening. Your character is deepening. Your wisdom is growing. Your roots are digging deeper into faith, so when the blessing comes, you won't be shaken. Sometimes the delay is where God does His best work. Moses spent 40 years in the desert before leading God's people out of Egypt. David was anointed king, then went back to tending sheep and spent years running from Saul before he ever sat on the throne. Even Jesus waited 30 years before beginning His ministry, and then He's the Son of God. So who are we to rush the process? If God is making you wait, it's because He's doing something weighty. You might not see it yet, you might not feel it, but He's working behind the scenes, in the details, in the silence. And when the time is right, not your time, but His time, everything will come together. Not a second too early, not a moment too late, because His timing is perfect. Your job is not to understand the timing. Your job is to trust the God who holds time, because the God who created the heavens and the earth, the one who set the stars in place, the one who split the sea, the one who raised the dead, is the same God who sees you. He hears your cry. He collects every tear, and He is not finished. The wait is not wasted. The silence is not the end of your story. This is just the part where He prepares you for the very thing you prayed for. Have you ever noticed that the most important things in life often happen in hidden places? A seed grows underground. A baby forms in the womb. Gold is purified in fire. And faith is formed in silence. You don't need faith when everything is going your way. You don't need faith when all your prayers are instantly answered. You need faith when heaven is quiet, when doors don't open, when nothing makes sense but you still choose to believe. That's what trusting God's timing is really about. It's not passive, it's not weak, it's not giving up. Trusting God's timing is one of the boldest things you can do, because it means you're surrendering control to a God you cannot see, for a plan you don't fully understand, in a time you cannot predict. It's not easy. No one said it would be. There are moments when it feels like God is late, like your window of opportunity is closing, like others are getting what you've been praying for, But here's the truth. God is never late. He's never early. He's always out right on time. Think about Lazarus. When he died, his sisters sent word to Jesus. They expected him to come immediately, but Jesus waited. Not one, not two, but 4 days. And when he finally arrived, everyone thought it was too late. But Jesus looked at the tomb and said, "Lazarus, come forth," and a dead man walked out alive. Why? Because when Jesus shows up late in your mind, he's actually setting the stage for a greater miracle than you asked for. So maybe God didn't say no. He just said, not like that. Not your way, not your time, but his. And when you finally see it, you'll understand why the wait was so long. You'll understand why he didn't answer the prayer you thought was perfect, because he was preparing something better, and he was preparing you. You see, the waiting room is not a punishment, it's a classroom. It's where you learn trust, it's where you learn surrender. It's where you learn to let go of your timeline and align with his. Sometimes God won't speed up the process because he's more interested in who you're becoming than what you're receiving. You're asking for a destination. He's teaching you the walk. You're asking for a result. He's forming your soul. That relationship you lost? It wasn't rejection. It was redirection. That job that didn't come through? It wasn't failure. It was protection. That door that closed so suddenly? It wasn't the end. It was a detour to something better, something aligned, something divine. You may not feel it now, but one day you'll look back and say, "I'm so glad it didn't happen when I wanted it to. I'm so thankful God made me wait. I understand now, it had to be his timing." Because what God is preparing for you is worth every second of the wait. Don't rush the promise. Don't force the door open. Don't settle for something smaller just because it showed up faster. Let God write the story. Let him turn the page. And while you wait, worship, serve, grow, trust, because delay is not death. Silence is not rejection. Stillness is not abandonment. God is in the waiting. He's in the quiet. He's in the slow moments where your heart breaks but your spirit holds on. He's in the nights when tears fall and no one sees. He sees, he knows, and he's working. You don't have to see movement to trust the process. You just have to keep walking, one step at a time. If you believing in God, comment amen and subscribe my channel.